What's up? Are you good? Let me holler at you right quick. But listen, tell me how much I just remember it. Because I ain't got my phone on me.
Okay, so I just want to talk about this. Like, I feel like talking about Chris's situation, like, I think definitely the Black community needs help on how to handle situations and how to approach women and how to be a lot more respectful to their peers. I feel like I just, even if I do feel like these are things that you should know as a man, period, not to be so disrespectful, but I feel like maybe because he hasn't found his life partner, or he felt like he was disrespected by a lot of his fans, then he probably feels like, you know what, I'm just not even gonna care anymore because I gave you guys music and I gave you guys this, so but I'm still like falling short and I don't have my wife, I don't have my partner or somebody to marry or whatever, somebody to help me with my kids. But Chris Brown has had a major share of women in the industry. So if you were to ever get mad at me and say, oh, now you want to, just because he doesn't want you, now you want to come to me and tell me you love me. No, we have a job to do so that this can actually end, if it ends. I mean, I feel like the white community has learned so much respect for their women, especially the males in the white community. They've learned from their mistakes, and I feel like the Black community definitely needs these kind of lessons, right? I mean, you see amazing men sitting down. I feel like respecting them. We don't know the full story because people could be saying anything, but when you look at the look on their faces, they look so confused and they feel like she was dating one of the guys in the talking to the CEO's girl. And it's like he feels like, oh, he can just say anything to anybody. I think Chris, there's nothing wrong with being able to communicate. But like, and then you have Quincy here, who is just like completely mistreating a man. They're just damaging these guys to the point where when it comes to actually being a good man, they're not really being a good man. But you know, at least here it's making Zach look better. Zach, that's what Zach feels like. Zach is like, oh, I feel better because I'm at least he's the one that's shining. At least he's the one that is not looking like the bad husband, right? We don't know how Zach is in secret. I mean, I feel like I have an idea and I feel it, but you know what? At the end of the day, it's just like, looks like, oh, I see what's happening to you. You know, this woman is doing these things to you, and that's causing more problems in your life than solutions, right? So I feel like guys should definitely respect each other in the Black community. I feel like there is that respect in the white community because there is communication. It's not just words and talking. There's technology where they're not going to just say, oh, I saw your wife cheating with another woman. No, they're going to take a picture and they're going to be like, no, bitch, I saw your wife cheating, your husband cheating with another woman, or your husband cheating with another. And they're going to show you a picture. And that's where like they really win, like, oh my god, like evidence. Like these are people that could be potential business partners, people that you want to gain their trust, people that you don't want to belittle and make look like they're small, they're nothing, they mean nothing to you. Like, you get what I mean? Just because you're the big bad wolf or the big guy and you make the money, you bring the bread in. If you bring the bread in, you got to really bring the bread in. When I say the bread in, I mean the action, the lessons, how to be a real man, how to treat a woman, right? That's what you need to bring in, because that's what I feel like the Black community needs. And you can't get mad. Please don't get mad, because this is what class is all about. This is what lessons are all about. This is what business is all about. Business is learning how to respect other people's husbands, how to respect other people's wives, right? Not to disrespect them, especially when you know the person is not in love with you, and then you just force them. And the wife could be watching from a distance, like, damn, you know. The least you can do is at least respect, you know, if that's the wife or whatever, the least you can do is at least respect my partner, you know. Don't treat him like he's not like a good looking guy. Like, don't treat him like he's not sexy as hell. Treat him like the man that he is, like the man that blessed you with kids. Like, he's the one that's blessing you and building your empire up, and you asking for kids, but you're treating him like shit, and you're treating him like he's in a hostage situation, right? Like, if you really want to win a man over, you really got to bring your heart in it. You got to put your heart in it. Like, I'm not going to sit there and gatekeep and be like, oh, I'm not going to teach you how to win a man over. You should know. I feel like you should definitely know this as a woman, but I don't know what you've been through. I don't know what Quincy's been through. I don't know what a lot of people have been through. All I know is that I've been through a lot, and me being through a lot, I'm not trying to take your man from you. Like, you could have this man. Like, if you want this, that's your person. If that's what you want, that's what's yours. And if he wants you back, because it's one thing to want a man, but if a man doesn't want you back, if you have to ring bells for a man to show up, if you have to, like, keep forcing a guy, like, I just know what love looks like, and I've recognized it to a point where I'm just like, even in acting, they know how to mimic love so well, because they've probably been in connections where they recognize it. Have you ever seen love to recognize it, to mimic it? I mean, looking at Romeo and Juliet's story, it's like it's a completely, I mean, like, I just feel like it's a completely, like, beautiful love story. It's not like we just, and it's a true story of Romeo and Juliet. It doesn't mean that Leonardo actually fell in love with this girl. They're acting, but they're such great actors. They're so good at acting that, wow, he really, and it's not just an act. You really go back. I feel like the technique of being a great actor is going back to the experience when you saw the first girl that you ever fell in love with, and what it felt like, what it looked like. When you are acting, you go deep into that history, and you remember what it felt like, and so you mimic it and how it looks. So, looking at Zach and Quincy, they've probably never really been in love before, never experienced love before, because that's what Zach said. He said he's never been in love, he's never experienced love, and when he was with me, it's the first time he's ever felt what love really feels like. So it's completely understandable. So when you look at them, you just look how mesmerized and how in awe the connection is. Yes. In the beginning, everybody's always in love, but I think love is real. Like, love is like, it never goes away, it never dies down. It just sleeps and rests, but if you're still alive, like here, you mainly always see Zach on camera taking care of his kids, which that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. He's showing off that he's a great dad, and I don't think it's just a show off. I think he really truly embraces his kids and sees what a gift the children are. And the fact that Zach is, being, and I don't think that this is just a camera trick, like he's just showing off, and I don't think he's just showing off. And I feel like, taking it easy and understanding that a man could be worse. He doesn't have to be nice to you, and he's giving you hugs, he's giving you kisses, he's giving you his life. And I just feel like this can make it easy for her to cover up what she's doing. This is none of my business, to be honest, but at the end of the day, this is something that we have to discuss in marriage counseling. A lot of those things, people need help in marriage counseling. People need help on spicing things up in bed. If you need help spicing things up in bed, I don't think you're with the person that you're supposed to be with. I don't think so. I think spicing things up in bed happens naturally. Like, I don't need a woman's help to make me fuck my man, to make me feel my man. I could just go back to the first day that we met. I could go back. He's not an ugly guy. He's convincing me every single day that, oh my God, this guy, like, look at the walk, look at the talk, look at this. And I'm sure he's alluring so many other women as well. But the only thing is, like, he's loving me, he's pretending to love me in secret, and I'd rather keep you my secret. Most guys don't want to uplift. I'm gonna be honest, in the male community, they feel like if they show the wife, they might lose her, or they might, you know what I mean, they might lose something that they have. If the people discover who the wife is, who is your wife. Everybody's looking for that special wife, and they can't find why. If she's not yours, I don't think there is a point in even looking for her. It's probably because they're looking so they can teach women how to be, but also men need lessons. And in the Black community, it means lessons on how to respect other men at the table, right? That's what a king is about. You can see, and when people are upset. I mean, when people, how to respect people. Hey, I'm sorry, I don't mean to step on your toes. Don't act like people are invisible because you're rich. because you have the money and the power. Don't act like people are invincible, because remember, these people are your fans. These people look up to you. These people listen to your music. They stream your music, and you guys completely disrespect your fans. I don't understand how you can do that. These are the same people that showed up. They showed their heart. They showed up to your shows, and they cried for you. It's not like they were pretending. You touched their heart, right? And when you touch their heart, they showed up and they spent their hard-earned money on your album, right? So what do you show them in return, Chris? As far as, what do you show them in return to show how grateful you are? I see what Rihanna is doing, which is a great job. Rihanna's got a skincare line. Wow, that's a great way to heal people. She still charges. It's not like it's free, but at least she has something for them to buy, right? But you don't have something to make them feel better, because at the end of the day, you're flirting with other women. You got women. Your soulmate is out there. You're looking for your soulmate, but your soulmate's out there watching you beat on women, watching you beat on other men, watching you be so unstable. And it's probably Karuchi, who is your soulmate, right? And it's like, when would this guy ever grow up? And these women have a platform and they can make a difference, but they're not making it. I don't know why. I guess because they feel like it's not their job. It's your job. It's not just my job, right? Maybe women need some direction. They're so broken and hurt that, just watching what Rihanna went through was just so traumatizing. And it wasn't even really her fault. It wasn't really Chris's fault that he did that. I think I put the blame on Rihanna for touching him the wrong way. That's why I always say, be careful how you handle your husband. You never want to handle a man the wrong way. And I feel like Rihanna definitely learned that lesson when she hooked up with A$AP Rocky. And I feel like Rihanna was also probably triggered by Chris Brown. Not only that, they were probably intoxicated, because Chris Brown is constantly always talking about his under the influence. When you're under the influence, when you drink, when you smoke, you are not able to handle a relationship or a connection with love. Like, with love, yes, but strength. You need emotional strength. Chris Brown was emotionally weak, and what she did was grab his testicles, which triggered his generation. It's like she came after his kids. And when a woman does that to a man that is probably not hers, but I feel like Chris Brown and Rihanna are twins. They might not be. I felt like they were. It could be Karuchi and Chris Brown. But I feel like they were in it deep. And the way Rihanna was in love with Chris was real. She loved him. She cried. A man that touches your soul really brings tears to your eyes and just makes you, even when you're making love, when you're having sex, when you're crying because, damn, man, this is my woman right here. Like, I can't believe I'm loving you. I'm feeling you. I can't believe you're here. You feel it in your stomach. You feel it in your soul. It's not just sex. It's a ritual. And memory being awakened of the times you had. That's times you had with that woman, man. Right? And then you beat her up. Because I have no doubt it's because you were under the influence. But you guys are not being honest enough. And we want to know more. We wanted you guys to not be afraid, but to get in detail. Are you guys going to keep these secrets a secret from your fans or people that care about you? So let's do this to try to fix the world. Help a lot of people that need help in this department.